You should be following for, at least 6 months, following regulative principles and chanting. 6 months to a year, like that. And the reason why we do it, especially first initiation, is just to encourage the disciple. The real initiation is the second initiation, where you get the Diksha mantras, the Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantras are the essence of the states of consciousness leading to self-realization. See, but somebody has to be well established in spiritual life before they can use them effectively. And to give them too soon would be very dangerous. So basically the first initiation, the Harinam initiation, is just to say, okay, you're coming along, you're on the path. But the real initiation is the second initiation. And we want to make very high standards for the second initiation.
There's some more questions over here.
Oh, good.
Let me see the chat. Question from Tiago. With so little time left to the real bad things and changes start happening, how is it possible for the focalizers to learn stuff, create a community, and screen all the people coming?
Well, this is what I've just been talking about. It's like we need to get on and do it. Huh? If if we are afraid of the work, or we're lazy and we just don't want to do the work, or we expect somebody else to do the work, then it's not going to get done. So it's like, just do it already. It's like, how are we going to do it? Just do it.
Theo comments, I think many of us are having similar problems. Most people are not even willing to follow an authentic spiritual path. What to speak of changing their perspectives and lives completely? Yeah.
Okay, well, then they get the destination that they earn by their activities. That's what karma is all about. We're offering, like a get out of karma free card. But you have to take it. You have to do the process. We can give the knowledge, but you have to do the work. And if you're lazy, or if you're afraid of change, or if you don't want to give things up, if you're attached, you have some resistance to doing the process, then, what can I say? I don't, like I keep saying, I don't make the rules here. The rules are coming from Krishna. We are following the rules. If you want to follow the rules, you can get similar benefits. But you have to do it. And there's a million rationalizations and excuses why not. But that's not going to help you when the time comes and you're wondering, how you're going to deal with all these changes. What's going to help you is if you take action now.
There are several comments in the same line. Like David Lugan says, I'm sharing the esoteric teaching bridge community with almost everyone that I have met so far. I have not met people who can't even get past the basics.
Well,
no
wait a
meat
minute,
eating.
wait a minute. I think there's a big misunderstanding about how to preach. You don't go to your friends and say, hey, we have this cool website. Because you probably don't know 10,000 people. And that's about how many people it takes to find one devotee. See? The people who are coming to the website, the people who are registering on the website, they have already selected themselves. See? We get about 1,000 views a day on YouTube. And out of those people, about maybe 300 or 400 come and visit the website. And out of those, maybe 1 or 2 will actually stick around or come back and eventually register. You see? So the people who register on the website are the people that we should be preaching to. Not the people that you know, the people you meet on the street, people you run into at a party or whatever. Huh? They are not interested in the esoteric teaching. We can tell you that already. They are not interested. Even if you go to some place like a so-called spiritual community, huh? And you say, hey, there's this great website called the Esoteric Teaching. Ah, no, we're not interested. Huh? No, don't bother, don't waste your time preaching to people that you find anywhere here and there. Preach to the other devotees on the website. If you want to preach, preach to the people who have already indicated that they want to be preached to. You know, I don't have the time to preach to everybody. You know, I can relate to a certain number of people who I already have a relationship with. And what I want to do is I want to restrict my direct relationships to people who have enough of a commitment to take one of our courses. I don't want to preach even to the general devotees on the website. I want to restrict my preaching just to the devotees who have enough faith and enough commitment to sign up for our courses. And then to preach to all the other devotees on the website. That's why we need focalizers. That's why we need some more advanced devotees who've been around for a while to take up some responsibility and start preaching to those people. Why should I be the only preacher? You know, you all have read Prabhupada's books. You all know something about this philosophy. Start getting active and start preaching to these people on the website. So that I can go on and do some more advanced work with the people who are serious students. You see? I need to apply my effort and time where it will do the most good. So my job is training preachers. I've already given an extensive example of how to preach on the old Moodle forums. And we're in the process of making, actually we already have a preliminary version of the archives from the Moodle forums. And you can download that. And from looking at that, by doing searches on it and stuff, you can see how to preach. We give the example. All you have to do is follow it. You can even copy and paste out of it. And preach to people that you see need correction, or that you see need encouragement, or need instruction on the site. They have already signed up for the site, and by doing that, they have given us permission to preach to them. So what are we going to do? Just stand around and watch them and see what they do? And then wait for Babaji to fix everything? No, Babaji doesn't have time. I'm out of time. I am out of energy. I need the other devotees to come forward. If this group is ever going to get bigger than, like, 5 guys. If our community is actually going to grow to where it can become a safe haven for devotees. You know what I think is going to happen? I'll be very frank with you. I think we're going to go to India, we're going to get a piece of land, we're going to start establishing a farm and like that. And then meanwhile, the economy is going to go completely nuts and crash in the US and in Europe. And then what few people have any intelligence left are going to sell everything they have and take the bare minimum possessions and cash that they can get away with and run to India and join us there. And we're going to have this little little village enclave way up in the mountains of South India, in some obscure village, and basically the whole thing in the West is going to fail. That's the way it's headed right now. Now, if somebody there wants to take some responsibility and change that and make a better outcome, I would be very pleased. But I don't see that person yet. I don't see any leadership developing among the devotees. I want to see some initiative. I want to see some people actually doing something. Otherwise, how are you going to get something together that's going to help you? You know, I just don't see where the leadership is going to come from. We've got these people going through the Bhakti course and they're just getting bogged down. They're not making progress. Bhakti Mike is the only one that's gotten through